It is powered by Mental Health Center of San Diego. 2 undefeated welterweights ready to go to work. Hicks, 26 years old, 6 years the elder of Matthew Malka. Hicks stands 2 inches taller, but it's Malka that will have a 2-inch reach advantage. For our official introductions of this bout, we go to Garrett Vertig.
Staying in the welterweight division, we go now with 3 2-minute rounds. We introduce first the blue corner. At 6 foot tall, weighing 170.8 pounds, fresh off a 52-second Anaconda choke victory in his amateur debut. He steps into the Tuff-N-Uff cage 1-0. This independent fighter fights out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Matthew Malka. And now introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing 6'2", he weighed at 170.8 pounds, undefeated as an amateur at 2-0, sharpening his skills at Steel MMA. Out of San Diego, California, Julian Hicks. The referee, Chris Lieben.
Chris Lieben getting this assignment. Welterweights ready to go here inside the Tuff-N-Uff cage. TJ DeSantis along with Justin James. And here we go. 3 2-minute rounds scheduled, and immediately Malka shooting in for those legs, and for good reason. Picked up his first amateur win via Anaconda in under a minute.
Let's see what he can do with this single leg. Has the single leg up. Nice try to dump for a beautiful dump from Malka. Back to his feet.
Hicks doing a good job just on one leg, and Malka takes that away from him.
Really showing his wrestling skills here. Transitions to dump, gets the high leg, dives back in for the double. And I'll tell you what, TJ, this is exhausting. You know, for you guys watching at home, holding on to those legs, driving these guys in the fence, this is really an exhausting pace Malka's wrestling at already. Here's coach, lock those hands, lock those hands. I think that's very, very important. You lock in on a double, you lock your hands, your takedown rate should be above 90%. Goes back to the single leg here, TJ.
Yeah, Hicks. Relentless with his defenses, Hicks.
Beautiful knee to the body from Malka.
Just past the halfway point of our opening round.
Nice double, locks his hands here, needs a big lift here. I don't know why he keeps unlocking his hands, but Malka's a high-level wrestler, guys, so I'm not going to question why he's doing the things he's doing.
Yes, keep reaping the leg.
I tell you what, this is exhausting, though. Can Malka do this for 6 minutes? We'll find out here in the coming rounds, but right now, this round is all Malka's. Taking him down, this will be the 3rd takedown right now. Hasn't done any damage yet, hasn't been able to secure any ground and pound yet, but we'll see what happens here in the next 20 seconds. Just as I say that, fishing for a rear naked choke here, TJ.
Look at the back here of Hicks by Malka. Short time, though. Oh, nice uppercut there on the break by Hicks. Trying to steal this round is Hicks. Oh, beautiful. Teeth to the face. Wow. What an entertaining first frame. More to come from this welterweight war. You're watching Tuff-N-Uff live from San Diego.
The future of MMA is here, and it just got a little smoother. Tuff-N-Uff is proud to partner with Ease, your go-to source for premium cannabis. Whether you're training, recovering, or just chilling after the fights, Ease has what you need. Visit Ease Dispensary just 2 miles away at 3455 Camino del Rio South in San Diego. Use promo code TNU to save 40% off your next order. That's right, 40% at Ease Dispensary in San Diego. Ease, official sponsor of Tuff-N-Uff. Shop now, feel the difference.
Welterweights inside the Tuff-N-Uff cage. A very entertaining opening round to this welterweight affair. Justin James, it might be harder than you might have thought to score that round. We saw Malka really employ an aggressive wrestling approach, didn't really get much damage, and while it was Hicks, I think that was the most defensive fighter of the two. He's the one who landed the biggest shot.
Yeah, man, landed some good shots there at the end, but look at Malka rushing out of the cage, rushing right out of the gate. Oh, big right hand! Has him up against the fence. These guys are in a brawl here, TJ.
He's working a single leg now, back to his bread and butter, and see if he can secure this position. Malka was fired up.
That, I mean, he just sprinted across the cage, finds him with a kick, dives in back to the single leg, gets in a semi-brawl there, but ends up on top here. And to talk about the first round like you were talking about, I think Malka slightly edged out with the pressure. He was constantly trying to do something, but as from a damage standpoint, didn't get a lot of damage. And like right here, holding on to the legs just really depends on how the judges score, depending on what the judges' criteria scored as.
Yeah, the way that Malka started that second round, I think Hicks might have woke him up with that uppercut.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He wanted to get this fight to the ground, especially just comes out with that big brawl. You got Hicks here, man, nonstop trying to get up. Hats off to Hicks to get this fight back to his feet.
You talk about the rounds and how grueling this is. I mean, who's it more grueling for, Hicks or Malka, this wrestling offensive and defense game?
I'm going to say Malka because he has to have his hands locked here. He has all that lactic acid buildup. He's picking him up. He's strapping on. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not exhausting for Hicks, but from a lactic acid standpoint, I think Malka's really going to be feeling it here. But in between rounds, he didn't look tired. Just goes to show how hard Malka's been training for this fight.
Able to secure this now into a guard position for Malka. Now trying to get back up with a scramble. You can see the efficiency of Malka's wrestling. While it may not be getting a lot of time on the floor, he's dictating the pace. He's leading the dance in 2-minute rounds. That's really important.
Yeah, I mean, for having a strong wrestling base right now, staying on the single leg. And here's the thing, Hicks wants to do damage. Hicks wants to strike, but Malka's closing the distance so well. He's really struggling to land those big shots. Just misses that big looping left. But right now, look at Malka's head in between his legs, protecting his head with Hicks's legs. 2 down, 1 to go in this welterweight war. More to come. You're watching Tuff-N-Uff live from San Diego.
Just push it, man. Push, push, push. Break yourself, and then continue to find ways to break yourself or rebuild yourself.
OnlyFans, where creators earn.
Time to get naked. I'm just kidding.
If I could connect with my people, with my fans.
Behind the scenes, technical work, training, travel, giving back to community.
Everybody wants to see what their favorite celebrity is doing to check it out.
Back here in San Diego, it is Tuff-N-Uff 146. Our prelims roll on. TJ DeSantis along with UFC vet Justin James. And we saw Malka really start that second round fired up. We'll see if Julian Hicks can follow in kind. We mentioned he's been more reactive in this fight. See if he can try to get out in front here to start this third round.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I saw Malka take some big, deep breaths when he sat down in the stool. Let's see how, oh, look at back to the high pace again. You know, it looks like Hicks anticipated at that time, kind of backed off. Wasn't to the head there. Great job by Hicks, not kneeing him in the head to a ground opponent. And as an amateur, TJ, in the rule set, he cannot knee to the head as an amateur.
It's only illegal if they call it illegal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you can get away with it, by all means. Yeah, pulls the leg up.
You know, I think if there was a stat for how long in this fight Malka has forced Hicks to be on one leg, it would astonish you. I mean, it seems rare that Hicks has both feet underneath him, not fighting off that single leg.
And he's still fighting it off right now. Malka picks it back up to what you're talking about. Locks his hands behind the double. He should finish this takedown here. Let's see what Hicks can do to defend it.
Action right here in front of us.
Ooh, big shot. I heard that thudding shot through my headset, landed right on his jaw. Hicks really wants to turn this around. Malka taking a lot of damage, holding on to this single leg.
And damage being one of, if not the most important criteria in a fight. You wonder if the judges are valuing them.
You know, I really think they're going to, especially in this third round. Malka needs to get this takedown. He's just taking damage here. He's losing this round. Look at these big shots right in front of us. Malka spit dripping out of his face. Thud, thud, thud. TJ, I'm glad I'm on this side of the cage today.
We might need a splash guard here.
Beautiful takedown defense. Malka, I'd like to see him peek out to the right here. Too late now. And look at Hicks, gets on Malka's back.
Nicely done. Julian Hicks in some business as we edge closer and closer to the end of this fight.
You know, we talked about in the first round how exhausting the pace Malka was trying to run. Doing it for 6 minutes is tough. He's really showing, you know, he's wearing down here in the third round.
Not really looking to secure the back is Hicks, but in a good position as we're in the final 10 seconds. Malka able to get back upright.
Oh,
tries to throw a hard right hand, and he does. Wow. Just when I thought we were seeing the best round from Hicks, we saw Malka land a big right hand judges going to have some things to think about.
Yeah, you know, it just really depends on what, you know, some judges like striking, some judges like wrestling. In my opinion, I have Malka winning the first round. I have him winning the second round, and he's lucky he didn't get finished there in the third round. He's both guys exhausted sitting down, but, man, you saw those big shots he took right in front of us, landing right on the jaw. I can hear him through my headset.
Yeah, a lot of action there in just a 6-minute fight. I would love to see these guys have a little bit more time to work, but let's take a look at the Tuff-N-Uff fight recap. Julian Hicks, Matthew Malka, they laid it all on the line. Justin James, walk us through.
Yeah, both guys coming out. Malka rushing in, wants that takedown really fast, started every round really quick, really working on his single leg the whole time. Beautiful knees to the body. You know, I think Hicks wanted to keep this. Look at that beautiful right uppercut there. Beautiful kick to the face. So, you know, those could have been enough to steal the round because of the damage. Then you have Malka sprinting across the cage. And, you know, I think as he develops in his career, he's going to stop doing that because as Hicks did in the third round, he made the adjustment and he was able to keep him off his legs or at least get the takedown there in the third round. Again, rushes back in right there. Hicks just kind of ragdolls him off. And again, talking about fight IQ earlier in the night, Hicks really, you know, showing his fight IQ by being able to stop that takedown.
It is 3 mini fights in one fight. It is a fight that is won round by round, and we're going to see what the judges say. I mean, I hate to be a pain in the butt, but I scored that first round 10-10.
I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. This is a great fight. I would love to see these guys get a little bit more experience and run it back here in a couple fights for 3-minute rounds. And
that's what's great about, you know, shows like Tuff-N-Uff. That experience can be seen all around the world online. And while these guys aren't knocking on the door of the UFC, they're knocking on the door of a pro career, and that journey, it's a lot of fun to watch as a fan.
Oh, yeah, there's no question, and especially if to do it in this big of an organization like Tuff-N-Uff, what an opportunity for both of these fighters.
Absolutely. Judges taking their time, tallying the 10s and 9s. Math is hard, giving them their time to do it. But, yeah, really entertaining fight between two welterweights that definitely have bright futures in front of them. We'll see if the O for either of these gentlemen does in fact go. Two undefeated welterweights really putting on a show, and that's the thing. I think Hicks did a really good job at, you know, being defensive in the way that he needed to be, but he definitely landed some offense of his own. We'll see if it's enough to take the judges' scorecards. It lies with Garrett Fertze.
Having gone all 3 rounds, we go now to the judges for the decision. Your first judge, Patrick Lingenfeller, sees it 29-28, Malka. Judge number 2, Felicia O, sees it 29-28, Hicks. And your third and final judge, Anna Calzada, sees it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Matthew Malka.
Well, they say wrestling is the cornerstone to any good mixed martial artist, and for Matthew Malka, his wrestling didn't let him down tonight.
Yeah, there's no question, man, especially at that grueling pace. He wasn't taking a one-shot around. He was nonstop trying to get the legs, man. It just really goes to show, you know, how serious he's taking, and to have his cardio that good for 6 minutes was very impressive.
Absolutely. Embrace the grind, and grind he did indeed. Now 2-0, Matthew Malka shining tonight here inside the Tuff-N-Uff cage.